This is Sid Salzman, author of the blog Evil Tranny, and you're watching Exhibitionist, Adventures in Transsexuality. Pay attention, it's cool. It's the first installment in my online video diary adventure in science and synthetic endocrine medicine, which is really exciting. So I'm going to tell you all about it. And this is also, for me, an exercise in getting over my usual discomfort talking about physical things, because lately I've been realizing it's my job as a trans person, as an activist, to talk about this shit, because nobody else talks about it. I can't leave it to the cis people to talk about, because they don't even know. So, correspondingly, it's my job to talk about these things. So I'm going to tell you way more than you ever wanted to know. Having a record of my own trans experience is kind of important to me on sort of an encyclopedic level. It would be useful, I think, when I'm older to look back and say, like, oh, I remember when I was like this, and have a record of that. However, I'm kind of bad at that. I'm sort of anti-nostalgia. I don't like to look back at things. And that's born primarily from the fact that I have only been comfortable and happy in my gender identity for the last about 5 years. My whole childhood has this little, like, film of discomfort on it. Because of all, like, the crap that was around from my gender. Like, you know, they made me wear a dress on Easter, and that has colored my Easter memories, because I remember how much it sucked to wear the fucking dress, and, oh, you're such a pretty little girl, which was a lie, because I was a fucking ugly little girl, so it was fat and dykey. And fat and dykey can be beautiful, but I didn't do it in any sort of, like, beautiful way. I did it in, like, an uncomfortable with being fat and dykey sort of way. This video is the longest I've consecutively looked at my own face in a really fucking long time, and I'm noticing I have monstrous eyebrows. I basically only talk about my body when it hurts, or when, I don't know, something weird's going on, I'm bleeding. I don't really examine myself as a physical being that often. It's not how I was brought up. I'm theoretically an intellectual. My body is for moving my brain around. I've never been really particularly attractive, so nobody has shown that much interest in my body as a thing. I'm not frequently objectified. So I've never really had to deal with it as an instrument of physicality, more than just a brain receptacle, and, you know, I have to be tidy, but that's about it. So this whole people being interested in what's happening to my body, this whole weird things happening to my body, this is new. And weird and uncomfortable. So I'm trying to get over it, so I'm exercising my demons through the internet, because that's what people in my generation do. Okay, pre-testosterone body inventory, as it were. Crap vision, as you can tell from the glasses. Had short hair for years. Grew hair on my chest for reasons unknown to me. I don't know, kind of hairy in general. Not a lot of muscle. Big biker legs, but nothing else. This is difficult. See? I told you it was difficult. It's hard to talk about. Oh, I'd had top surgery. I had top surgery the spring break my sophomore year in high school, which was 3 years ago now, or so. So I have really big fucking scars on my chest. It's great. And they're all healed and everything. They're not all the way faded. They're still visible, but they're pretty faded. I have a tattoo on my shoulder that I'll talk about later. I'm kind of square, but still pretty obviously female with my clothes off. I still get mammed. I reedy, plausibly male, but pretty much female voice. In general, my basic impression was of either a rather fey gay man or a full-on nerd butch dyke. Which, I mean, it's okay, I can live with that, but not my favorite identity. So that was sort of the basic rundown before testosterone. If you want to know what my voice sounded like, you can watch my Make It Better video, which is also on my channel. So I started testosterone 6 weeks ago. After the first shot, my immediate impression was, Jesus Christ, my butt hurts. And that persisted for a little while, because I ride my bike everywhere. I started running and working out about a couple weeks before my first shot, because I'm kind of afraid that I'm going to gain a lot of weight, And I'm short, I'm 5'3", so gaining weight is going to show immediately, so on the vanity level, that's upsetting. And on the health level, it's probably not so good either. The more weight I carry around, generally the more feminine I tend to look, because I can acquire curves quite quickly if I gain a lot of weight. I used to be relatively sort of stealth curvy because I hit it pretty well. I kept running, kept working out. I basically look the same. And I was trying to sort of establish good, like, working out type habits. It's easier now that school's out because I have, like, actual time to sleep and take care of myself. And initially there were not a lot of effects. I got my hair cut the same day, and which made my head look a little bit more masculine, but that was a hair thing more than a hormones thing. Now, 6 weeks in, third shot was yesterday. Voice is definitely doing something strange. I feel like I have a cold all the time. I keep trying to clear my throat. I think I'm just hallucinating. I don't even know. The shaving has got to the point that I have to shave like all the time now. It's kind of funny. I'm starting, and this is mostly due to the working out, but the testosterone I'm sure is helping. I'm starting to develop like actual proper pectoral muscles, which is to say they are visible, and I can feel something other than my rib cage right here. Try to make this a weekly thing. Try to keep the internet up on my bodily happenings, which sounds way more disgusting than I meant it to. And I hope this is useful and enlightening and helpful. Or if not, I hope it's purely interesting, and that's all I got.